Guys, welcome to Clockwise Dungeon News for another breakdown of Tower of God, episode number 3. This is, of course, season number 2. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are looking after yourselves. It's now just 12 days before I am moving location. I'm going to be in a different location entirely in Japan. I'm very excited. But we are still breaking down these episodes. I think we've still got probably got another one which won't be affected. Then there's going to be a bit of bumping around. So please bear with it as we relocate. But I hope you guys are doing well. Make sure you guys are subscribed. I don't have too many notes again. I've just got really a page of notes that I can go through and discuss. This week's episode was very interesting. I wasn't sure what they were going to do in regards to trying to get Bam out. Because obviously we've got Love not wanting Bam to proceed. He actually wants to get involved and kill him. We can see Viola making enemies in one way or another. He couldn't have won either way. Like, if he'd have said, yeah, sure, I'm interested in your body, it would have been bad. And for him to say, nah, I'm not interested, it wound her up even more. Viola's just making enemies left, right, and centre, not seemingly wanting to go up with anybody and still determined to go ahead without really playing the game that they're actually playing, because he goes straight for Love. So Love is a director from what I can make out and still got some really cool powers himself. I don't know who he was discussing with, but the guy saying you can't touch him. It might have answered one of my questions about why they couldn't just take people out if they entered. He couldn't just refuse Fug. They just got to make sure that they don't get very far or anything, which seems quite interesting. Now, it does feel like a bit of a fug around and find out situation. People start trying to take on Bam. We do get shown a really cool power that he has, which is really nifty if you think about it. He's able to basically go, nah, I'm gone, give me that, walking away now, not even touching anybody. He's got his power. It seemingly it either slows down time or it freezes people. Basically, it's like a kind of cheat skill, like I'm skipping this. It's interesting that we haven't seen him use it up until this point, which is interesting though, because it feels like at one point that you can't be stopped. And I was like, how are we going to actually get Bam to climb with other people involved, because he doesn't seem interested whatsoever in teamwork. I didn't know how they were going to try and swing it so Bam would actually climb with people, or at least go ahead without actually being knocked out entirely. It's just interesting to see where they're going, but I do think I can see potentially how they're going to do it. Will be interesting to see if it proceeds in the way that I'm thinking it might. It's always fun to guess when it comes to these things. If you do know, please don't spoil it. I don't know the story, and I'm really enjoying just trying to figure things out for myself. It definitely seems like behind Bam's back, as he basically goes straight for the Invigilator anyway, there might be an auto win, if that makes sense. So the guys actually getting together. Now, my new favourite guy for this episode is still the guy I think who looks like the guy that I like, but it's not him apparently. We'll call him Silver for now. I love him. And he seems to have this traumatic backstory where a kid or his sibling was taken away from him. Him saying, I want to become a respectable person, when the girl also says that, I think that is the true one. Because when he was trying to make up all these excuses in front of Bam, it was all lies. But this feels like more of a real reason why he's trying to climb. And I love the fact that he goes to play games with her. He's trying to play this like game where, oh, it ends in a P. I P again. Underneath that hard exterior, he's still a good person. I really actually kind of warmed to him. So I really hope he's not going anywhere. But he is a really cool character. We got a death in the season 2, which is the devil guy. I don't think it's Bam who killed him, and I think it is the guy at the end. I think it's the loan shark guy, so I'm a bit sus on him. Also a bit sus because we've got 2 members who suddenly just joined them and they're like, oh, make us your teammates. And where are you from? Because you weren't originally in the group that went up and actually made it through with Bam, because there were 10 of them, and I'm pretty sure there was only 10 of them. So I don't know who this guy is. I'm a bit sus as well on these 2 people, because I feel like maybe they're there on the Invigilator's request. Maybe they're part of the loan shark's ideals or something. I think Love does say that somebody's asking for a free pass, somebody's asking for you to be killed. Something seems to be going on behind the doors on this one. But Bam does finally seem to go down for the count against Love, which is showing you the power of a director, somebody above him. At one point, it did seem like Bam basically was God at this point. So I was like, somebody's got to stop him in his tracks or something. And it does seem like, despite his looks, Love actually seems pretty powerful. It's interesting to see what might happen next, because we know that he wants to go all the way and kill him. He seems to have revenge on the mind against Frog. Frog has done something that he really just cannot forgive, and I'm going to be curious to see if they go into that detail, because it seems like a big motivation point to the character itself. The team of misfits are where I think the auto win might be, where they literally only need one more person to go on a team, and I have a feeling they might go for the Flame Girl, despite our boy Ya. I don't think he wants to go up against her because he's angry about the flamethrower incident from before, but I do think it might be her that they end up getting on the team, because I can't see them really pairing with anybody else. That, I think, would be the 7, and I think at that point, I think Bam is going to somehow be out of the count and not make it, but I think the group of 7 are going to have to go up with him potentially. This week's sound trick is absolutely fantastic, a really good example of Kevin Penkin world building, especially during the fight sequence with Bam and Love. That was a really cool use of music. The music starts to go fast paced, you start to feel the stakes kind of rise. In general, a very good episode. Do a bit of a slow build. There's a lot of nice also comic inserts this week as well, where things are funny or the girl starts crying and you've got the guys looking at each other. There's a lot of nice little moments like that. This season seems to be a bit more filled with comedy aspects. There's a lot more banter going on. I feel like season 1 did a good job of establishing things, but I am really enjoying it. I can't wait to see where we go. You've definitely got one more episode before things get a bit bumpy. I think episode 5 will be the one that gets bumped around a little bit, but do bear with me. I think I know what I'm going to do. If you have actually gone to a different country for a year, let me know how you deal with things like Wi-Fi and routers and stuff, because I'm able to get a Wi-Fi hotspot router thing with the company I've gone with my SIM, and I think that might be enough. If you do have any tips and things on stuff like that, let me know in the comments below. Thank you again, guys, and look after yourselves. Bye-bye.